Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're at. Glad you're here. I want to welcome you to today's coaching call. I am joined by the beautiful and talented Jessica. She's full of energy and ready to get going. Say hi, Jessica.
Hey, everybody.
I see Omar is in there from Trinidad. Nice to see you, Omar. I see Katie is there from Pensacola, Florida. Mark from Chicago, Illinois. I've got Tammy from Tampa Bay. I've got Eric in there from, looks like the UK, London. Very, very cool. Who else you see in there, Jessica? You see anybody else?
You've got Bob from Las Vegas.
Bob in Vegas. What's up, man, Bob? Good to see you.
Thomas in Doylestown, Pennsylvania.
Thomas in Doylestown. My dad was actually from Johnstown, Pennsylvania, which is a coal mining town, kind of a tough town to grow up in. Anybody else in there, Jessica? I see Misty in there from, it looks like Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, I've got Mohammed in there from, it looks like Bahrain.
Alina is in Connecticut.
Alina in Connecticut. What's going on, Alina? I bet you're glad it's getting warm now. I know it gets cold up there.
Rick is in Vancouver Island, Canada.
Rick is in Vancouver Island, Canada. I bet you're glad it's getting warm too. I know it's cold up there too. So cool. Anybody else in there before we get started?
Dan is in New York.
Dan in New York City. I think New York. No, not New York City. Sounds cooler when you say New York City, though it's not, I know. There's a lot of parts of New York that are a lot of Carmel. All right, very cool. All right, guys, well, let's jump into this. I'm going to make this really super easy today. I'm going to give you the links that you're going to need. If you haven't gotten started with your business and you didn't know what direction to go, I'm going to give you 4 directions to go. All of these directions, these ways of making money online, I've done myself. And I've made money doing it. And I want to share those things with you now so that you can go do it. Okay. So this is the top 4 best ways to make money online. Now, these aren't the only ways to make money online. I get that. These are just, I think, the top 4 because they have low barriers of entry and, it doesn't cost you a lot of money to do it. They're pretty simple to get started. So let's check it out. First off, this is the question I always get asked. How much money can you make online? You can make anywhere from losing money on up to millions of dollars. I'm getting ready to go to a trip in Cancun, Mexico. And I'm going to be there with the Platinum Club members, and everybody there is making millions of dollars a year. If you're invited to that, you're doing pretty well on the online market. And yet I still meet people that don't make any money because they try 1 or 2 things. It doesn't work out for them, and then they quit. So, the first thing I'll tell you is don't quit. You've been taught wrong, and I'm going to get into that in just a second, but you guys have been taught the wrong things. We're going to go over that, and I'll tell you why. So here's what I started with, because I want to give you all of my assets so you know what I started with, so you can compare and see if you've got these things, because these are the things I had. This is me at the computer right there. Actually, it's not me. It's Jim Carrey, but he's much funnier. And I could only type with about 2 or 3 fingers, so I was nowhere near this fast. I had no technical knowledge. I didn't know any of this stuff. I mean, I still struggle with a lot of it. But I literally had no technical knowledge whatsoever. In addition to that, I had no experience. I'd never done anything online, sold anything online. I had no product. So I didn't even have anything to sell at the time. I kind of stumbled into some of the products I have now only because I got started. And you'll find the same thing will happen to you. You just got to get started. And I had no list. Matter of fact, I didn't even know I was supposed to build a list. I didn't know what a list was for. And basically a list is, people with their emails. So you can send them offers so you can make money. And I couldn't type, which I already mentioned. I just couldn't do those things. So if you've got any of this, you're pretty good. By the way, I didn't have any money either. So if you don't have money, it's another good way to start. Okay, so more millionaires have started businesses online than in any other way, period. Okay, he's saying sometimes internet, I want to hug you. And I felt like that before, where I'll get up in the morning and I'll see tons of money I've made, and I'll go, wow, that's great. Now, have I ever lost money? Heck yes, sure have, and it'll happen to you, probably some, and you got to go through that. to make the bigger money, right? I also put my inner circle link down there. If you want to go to that later on, don't do that now, because if you log out now, you could lose your place. But if you go to that, there's a video there that explains the inner circle. And if you're on this call, you're in my inner circle, but we have a few visitors today. So I always stick that up there for those visitors that are, thinking about moving on in their career. That's a great place to start. There's no opt-in there. You don't have to give your email. You don't have to give a credit card number. There's just a video that explains the inner circle and how it can help you out. All right. So get your head straight first. This is a class. And if you notice, they're all doing the same dance, right? Not a bad dance, really. But what school has taught you to do is to be like everybody else, to conform to everybody else, to get a job like everybody else, and to do what everybody else does. They teach you, hey, you need to go through this school and this school, and then you'll go out and you'll get a job, and you're going to work 9 to 5. You're going to work Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, you're going to take off, and you're going to just use it for enjoyment, and you're going to go party and go watch your games and go bowling and golfing and all these things. And then 1 or 2 weeks out of the year, you're allowed to go off, you're allowed to take a vacation, and you become part of the masses. Now, none of this is true if you want to get ahead. If you want to get ahead, you're going to have to work nights and weekends. And I know that for a fact already, because if you're working a job, you can't 9 to 5 start working online if you have no income yet. So you're going to have to work nights and weekends on your business, which is exactly what I did. And I actually worked 6-7 days a week. So I barely had some nights to work on it. And it was like late night from like 9 p.m. to 2 in the morning type work. So that's what you're going to have to do, or you're going to be like this group here where you just blend in. And if you notice, you don't really notice anybody's face because they're all about the same. Everybody's the same. And that's what school's teaching you. That's what our school system has taught people, because, in the United States and like many other developing countries, you become an industrialized society, where everybody's just working for some big company and the big company's making all the money. So you got to break free from that first off. That's the first thing you got to do, is realize what you've been taught is wrong. Okay. So these are no mores. Okay. I wrote down all these no mores, and you got to get all these no mores down. If you don't get them down, you won't be successful. The first no more is no more saying to yourself, if I could just, okay. And that's like a small replacement of your income. If I could just make $100 a day, I could make my car payment, or $50 a day. I could pay more utilities or something. That's not what the mindset you want to have. You want to have a mindset that you're going to be terribly successful and make a ton of money. So get rid of this, if I just could. And here's one of them right here. If I could just make $4,000 a month, okay, that would be enough. All right, right there. 4,000 enough would be enough. And it's not enough. That's a very, very low goal. And you say, well, it's a good goal to start with. No, it's a bad goal to start with. Because if you start with low goals, you'll probably end up with low goals. And you'll probably not be successful. So don't have low goals. Don't do that. If I could just get weekends off, that's what I want to do. Yeah, I want to start a business so I can take all my weekends off. Don't start with that goal, because when you start selling stuff online, you're going to have to work weekends. You're going to have to give up stuff that, and I'm not sugarcoating this. I know I should be saying, oh, it's so easy. You work 4 hours a week and you're going to get rich, but it's just not the truth. And if people are telling you that, you've got to wake up and go, wait a second. If I'm doing what everybody else is doing, how in the world am I going to have more than what other people have? That makes no sense. None whatsoever. If I could just not have to commute. I just want to work from the house. That's it. That's my big goal. I want to work from the house. And I'll tell you, working from the house is not for everybody. I know Jessica likes to do that. She has an office in the home. But for most people, it'll drive you crazy. You got to get out of the house. What are you going to do? You're going to get up. You're going to go into your office in your house, and you're going to work, and then you're going to go watch TV, and then you're going to get in bed. You're going to get up, and you're just going to go in this big circle. It'll drive you batty. I have an office. But I don't even go to that. I end up going to some Starbucks or something like that. I go to different places, different countries. I go all over the place to work. So don't think about this. Well, I just don't have to drive to work type thing. If I could just pay off some bills, that's all I want to do. Just pay off some bills. And you see how all these goals here are like super, super low rung goals. Okay. Because, you shouldn't really even have any bills. None of us should have any bills. I guess we all have some. But, the goal to just pay off bills is not fun. Okay. All that is my goal is to give other people money. I get no enjoyment out of it. That's essentially what a bill is, right? So that shouldn't be one of your goals. Or to get a little extra money. I've heard people say that. I want to start a business, get just a little extra money, just a little extra money. Well, how successful do you think you're going to be? Do you really think you're going to do millions a year if your whole goal was to get a little extra money? So what I'm trying to do, first off, is get your head out of that bad thinking. Okay. If you get your head out of that bad thinking, then of course you're going to be a whole lot more successful. Next up, you need to be all in. Okay. This is not something where you say, I'm going to try and see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try a few things, see what happens. You need to be all in. You need to say, no, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start an online business. I'm going to make a lot of money and, set a number there, $1 million, $2 million a year, whatever it is. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to do it. Doesn't matter if I have to stay up late, get up early, put in more hours, do things when I don't feel like it. You got to be all in. Okay. If you're not all in, you won't be successful. You got to do these things. Okay. And I want to get your head straight on all this before we get into the 4 ways to make money. Because if you don't have your head straight, it doesn't matter what I show you, what I tell you, what you learn. So no more. Let's try and see what happens. Oh, I love that one. Let's try an ad and see what happens. Let me try to sell that product and see what happens. I can tell you what's going to happen. Nothing much. Okay. You don't try stuff. You are determined to make it successful. You don't just try. Trying is terrible. That's like saying, let me try to run a marathon and see what happens. I can tell you what would happen if I tried to run one right now. It wouldn't work out. But if I prepared for it, if my knees were still good, but if I prepared for it and I did what I was supposed to do and I ate right and trained right and all that, what would happen is I could complete the marathon. So you guys, you need to do these things, okay? It's no BS time anymore. It's time to look in the mirror. Here's your 3 must-haves, okay? When you're thinking about making money online, here's your 3 must-haves. Number 1, if you're going to start off, you need a low cost of entry. I would not recommend you put a lot of money out to get started. Now, the only thing I would say put a lot of money out on, and this is where people really screw up, is on training. Learn how to do the stuff. I mean, if you got to spend money on training from somebody who knows what they're doing, that makes total sense. I've been in the business for 10 years now, and you can join my inner circle down there. It costs money to join the inner circle. It sure does, but you're going to also get all kinds of training. As a matter of fact, I give you $46,382 worth of courses that you can access to learn how to do all this stuff. So yeah, if you're going to spend money, don't spend it on products you don't know if it's going to sell or running ads that you don't know if they're going to draw any attention. You want to spend it on training from somebody who knows what they're doing. And if you don't get my training, get somebody's, but don't just go out there and spend money not knowing what you're doing. That's just the dumbest thing in the world to do. Little or no technical knowledge. That's okay, right? So some of you say, well, I don't have any technical knowledge, so I can't get started. No, that's okay. That's a must-have, okay? If you don't have a lot of technical knowledge in the beginning, that's not a big deal. You can still do these things. And the last one you want to have is a fast startup, okay? So you want to have a way of selling online that you can quickly get results, okay? Not something that's going to take 6 months to build up to or a year. And those things are well worth it. And I have products like that, have taken like time like that. But in the beginning, you need to get some wins in. If you get a couple wins in, you sell a couple things, it'll get you motivated and you'll keep going. So let's talk about the number 1 way that you can make money online. The number 1 way is affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing has a lot of advantages and disadvantages, and I want to go through all those with you. And if you don't know what it is, affiliate marketing is essentially selling somebody else's product or offer. Okay, they've already got it. They've already got all the stuff to sell it, and they just want more traffic driven to it so that you get a cut or a commission. Okay, so what are the advantages? The first advantage is you don't have to have a product. Okay, so you don't have to go figure out what product's going to work. You don't have to develop a product. You don't have to come out with anything. You don't have to know what the market. You don't have to know anything. Okay, because they have the product already. You're promoting their product. Get a little drink of water here. Next thing is you don't have to have inventory. Now, this is really good because you don't have to put up any money for all these products that you're going to sell online. It's somebody else. Somebody else already got the product, whether it's digital or physical. You don't have to do any shipping. So if you don't want to sit there and put shipping labels on and ship stuff out and go to the post office or go to UPS or any of that, you don't have to worry about it. No shipping. No ad design. Okay, so if you haven't done ads and you don't know how to do ads, for the most part, affiliate marketers that have a good product already have ads designed for you. They'll give them to you. All you got to do is go pay to have those ads run. And all you got to do is send traffic. So that's it. Your whole contact with the customer is almost zero. You're just going to run traffic to these offers. You're going to get a cut of whatever you sell. And you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to talk to the customer. You have to ship anything out. You don't have to worry about complaints or refunds or anything. You're done. But there are disadvantages too. So what are those disadvantages? Number one, you don't have a brand. So you could be doing affiliate marketing for 10 years and you've got nothing. Really, all you've ever done is, get a cut of somebody else's stuff. You don't have a list. So essentially, when you send this traffic to these people for their offers, you're not getting the names of these people. So you have nothing, as far as that goes. You're not really building up anything. At the end, you'll have no business to sell because there is no business really. All it is, marketing other people's offers. You could have a loss of product or an offer. So, somebody could have a product out there and you're selling it, you're doing really, really well. And all of a sudden they don't want to sell that product anymore. That product goes away. You have no control over that. Or maybe they have an offer of, training or something like that, and they're no longer doing that training. So once that goes away, you're essentially out of business. And you have no quality control. So, you don't control the quality of what that product is. The actual manufacturer of that product or the creator of the course or whatever controls all the quality. So you really have no control over that whatsoever. All right. But if you want to do it, it's a great way to get into it. Let's kind of look at the best affiliate sites available out there. Number one, I would really say is ClickBank. We use ClickBank, have used ClickBank. There's 6 million products on ClickBank. So you should be able to find something that you want to offer to people. I mean, it would kind of make sense if you did. I mean, out of 6 million products, they've been around, I think, longer than anybody else. I think it's since 94. Do you remember, Jessica? It's been a long time, 94, 97. They've been around a long time. So, they're very dependable. ShareASale is another good one. ShareASale has 700,000 affiliates. And you can just go directly to these websites, guys. I don't have any affiliate, agreement with them or anything. You just go there and you can get all the information on them. And I won't really get into explaining each one and how they work in real detail because I could literally spend an hour on each one. ClickBank has physical products, digital products, they all different types of levels. You really got to go there and kind of educate yourself on that. But I do have some training on ClickBank if you want to get that. You can put a message to me in there, or you can just look through some of my videos and you'll find that. ShareASale is another good one. I don't currently use ShareASale and I have not used it in the past, but I know a lot of people that do use it. They get really good results. The next one is Amazon Affiliate Network. Now, this is probably the easiest entry one there is because all you do is really sign up to be an affiliate, and then you go find a product and you go up in the top of the page and you create a link, an affiliate link, and you put that link somewhere. And when somebody clicks on that link, they go there, they buy that product, you make money. But the upside to it is whatever else they buy while they're using that link, you also make money on. It's a much lower paying percentage. You remember what the percentage is on Amazon now? It's like 2% or 3 or it's very small. However, a lot of people buy on Amazon. So if they're going by your link there and they buy a bunch of stuff, you can make some money. And if you have a whole lot of affiliate links, you can make a whole lot of money. So that's a pretty cool one to do. Next one is Rakuten.com. Now, this is one of the oldest ones, and you got to go there, kind of see what they do with all kinds of affiliates and affiliate offers. They now have 18 million customers. Somebody's saying that they want to be able to write these down, so I will wait for a second. You got clickbank.com, you got shareasale.com, Amazon Affiliate Network. If you just Google that, you'll find, the Amazon Affiliate Network, and you can sign up for that. And Rakuten.com. So everybody got those? All right, cool. Now, the number 2 way of making money online is through drop shipping. Now, what is drop shipping? Drop shipping is, somebody else has got a product and you go out and you advertise it, or, you get some social media or whatever, and you sell the product. And once you sell the product, you collect the money. And then what you do is you pay the drop shipper and they actually send the product out to the customer. Now, one of the most popular places to do this is through AliExpress, but there's a lot of drop shippers out there. AliExpress just has millions and millions and millions of products, but I know it takes time to get the product to the customer. But let's look at some of the advantages first off. Number one, you don't have to have a product. So there's no investment in products. You can take 100,000 products and advertise them out there. And I wouldn't suggest you do that, but you don't have to worry about any inventory whatsoever, which is kind of a cool thing. That's the next part there. No inventory whatsoever. You don't have to invest any money in inventory. You don't have to worry about shipping. So if you're not into shipping and boxing stuff up and putting labels on and doing all that stuff, that would be a good way to go for you. And you can sell products, and you're building up your list and doing all that stuff. Here it is. You build a list of buyers. So through drop shipping, you're actually dealing directly with the customer. You just aren't shipping out the product. So you're going to build this list of buyers, and you'll have this list of buyers that you can use to sell other things to, right? Disadvantages. What's the disadvantages? Well, you got no quality control. So, you don't decide how good that product is. You don't decide how well it's packaged. You have no decisions in that because that's out of your hands. All you're doing is selling and collecting money. You could lose a product. So, all manufacturers, have a set amount of products they can sell and volume they can handle and all that. So, the product could go away. But in drop shipping, you're probably selling a whole bunch of different products. So that shouldn't be a big factor for you. You're going to have a little bit higher cost to your products. And what I mean by that is drop shipping, you're doing a one-on-one thing. So you're selling one product to one customer and having them drop ship it out. There's another site called Alibaba that's owned by AliExpress. And on Alibaba, you can buy in volume. But what you can do is you can start your drop shipping business by selling a single product, to people. And once you find a product that's selling really well, if you want to go back and you want to, sell high volume and get a lower price on these things, all you have to do is buy in volume, but then you're going to be, having to ship it out. But you can get a better price on it by doing that. And then you're going to have long shipping times. Generally, if you're doing through AliExpress, you're going to have anywhere from 14 to 30 days. And a lot of people are scared by that. They go, oh my God, there's no way that people are going to wait 14 to 30 days when you can get it on Amazon overnight. Well, that's just not true. People will wait as long as you tell them in advance that it's going to be a long wait. And you can say, hey, it's a high demand product and, it's a limited supply. If you want this product, we're going to give you a great deal, but you got to wait a little bit for it. And if you don't think that business model will work, you're wrong, because here it is, Wish.com. Wish.com is based on that, and they do millions and millions of dollars of products. And what they do is they'll say, hey, you want to save 96% on this jacket right here and get it for $16? And a lot of people, it was 500. Look at this, 5,000 people bought this. And they tell you, to do that, okay, you're going to have to wait 14 to 20 days. That's just the way it is, okay, or 30 days or whatever the heck it is. So this entire business model was built on this. So don't think that, it can't happen. I don't know what this is. Do you see this, Jessica? They got this silver tape and they've silver taped an entire car. I would not do that. I know I would not do that to my car, I don't think. Let's look at some of the other products they got here. This one here, what is this thing off to the left, Jessica? It says almost gone. It's in the center, 83% off. 100 people bought this.
It looks like a weapon. I don't know.
No, it kind of does. Now, if you notice in here, guys, you'll see little things that say ads. See ad. So they intermix ads on Wish.com for other people's companies and products. Here's a watch for $7. And you go, wow, that's a really good deal. No, that's probably on AliExpress for $2. So, and they probably get $2 or $3 shipping. So they're making a few bucks on it. But if you sell 1,000 products like that, you're doing pretty good. And that's what they do. So it does work. Don't tell me they won't wait for them. They will wait for them. Okay. Number 3, your next way to make money is online courses or memberships. This is something we do. Matter of fact, the Inner Circle down there is a membership. You pay a monthly fee, but you get access to thousands of dollars of software and training that you wouldn't have to buy, you would have to buy otherwise. So, if you want to check that out, go to the innercircle.com/enroll, and that will tell you all about it. There's a video there you can watch. So let's look at these online courses and memberships. Advantages. Number 1, you don't have a product. Now you do technically have a product, but it's a digital product. You don't have any inventory. You can't run out of your membership. Okay. So you could sell it to 50 people. You could sell it to 50 million people, which is kind of nice. Next thing up, you don't have any shipping. If somebody signs up for your online course or your membership, you don't have to ship anything out to them. They get a link, they log in. And if you don't know how to do this, I'm getting some people asking me, how do you do this? Where do you do this? I'm going to give you places you can do this and set all this up. And it's really super easy. So don't worry about that. I'll give you all the inside scoop. I do. I always do. All right. And you get to build a list of buyers. That's exciting because you know what? When you build a list of buyers, that you can sell them other things. But there are some disadvantages to this. Okay. Let's look at those disadvantages. First one is you need to have some skill. Okay. If you don't know anything about anything, it's hard to do a course. But I know a lot of you do. Maybe you know about weight loss. Maybe you know about, marriage counseling. Maybe you know about, fulfilling your dreams. Maybe you know about, videos. Maybe you know about artwork. Maybe you know about music. Whatever skill you have, you can do a course around it. And it's pretty easy to do. You do some recordings. You can do it on screen. You can do PowerPoint screens. I would say, do all your modules about 10 minutes, something like that. Excuse me, videos about 10 minutes. And you're going to want to have a number of modules in there. Somebody came to me the other day and they said they had a course they wanted to sell for $1,000 and they had 6 videos and each one was about 10 minutes. I'm like, well, I don't think anybody's going to buy that, but you got to have something to it. It's got to be worthwhile. Okay. Next up, it takes a lot of time to build. That's the downside to this, doing all these videos, getting all this information together, putting it on a site, setting it all up. It does take time. This is not something you're going to do overnight. Depending on how much time you have, it could take you days, weeks, or even months, depending on what you are trying to do. You need to have a host site. So this is not something you can generally just do. You're gonna have to put it somewhere. Now you can put it on your WordPress site. There are, plugins. That's what I was trying to think. There are plugins you can get to do that, or you can actually put it on sites that are designed for memberships or courses. You can do that. And the next disadvantage is you got to find an audience. Who's going to want to buy this? Where are they at? You got to locate these people. Maybe it's social media, maybe it's ads, but those are the disadvantages to it. So sites to host your courses. So once you get this course put together, you got to put it somewhere, right? It's going to be a place where they can see it. Number one place, guys, Kartra. And I tell you this because it does memberships, but it's also an email platform. It's also a sales page platform. It's also a funnel platform. It's also a video hosting platform. It's so many things. And if you want to see a free video on this and get a $1 trial, you'll want to go to bit.ly/Kartra, Kartra -uppercase JR. That is an uppercase. And when you get there, it will show you all the things it'll do. And one of them is a membership course or, digital training or whatever you want to call it. That's the number one place. Okay. There are other places though, and they're good. They're just not as good as Kartra. You can go to digitalaccesspass.com. That's another place you can build out your course. It's a huge company, but that's all you're going to be able to do there. It doesn't do all the extra stuff that Kartra does. Next one is membership.wishlistproducts.com. This is a plugin for WordPress. So if you've got a WordPress site, this actually goes in your site. They actually go to your site to gain membership access, but it's there for them. And then Kajabi, and I've used Kajabi before, but once again, it doesn't do all the things Kartra does, and it's going to cost you a little bit more money. Some people just happen to like it, and it's a good platform, and they're reputable. So I would also recommend Kajabi. So that gives you some places to go to. And guys, be thinking about whatever questions you want to ask, because in a couple minutes, I'm going to have a question and answer period, and you'll be able to ask those questions about any of this stuff. Next up, and the last one, is online coaching. Now, coaching has really taken off in the past, I would say 8-10 years, something like that. I do some coaching also, and if you're interested in that, you can try to contact me, through the page or whatever. Just send me an email. I have very limited spots. I don't have any open now, but maybe next week or two I would. And you can also go to jrinnercircle.com/enroll at the bottom, because that is a group coaching thing, which you know about because you are on this right now and you are an Inner Circle member or have been invited through a VIP link. Okay. Advantages. No product. Okay. So, when you're coaching, it's just you and the person, and you're telling them what to do and giving them instructions and all that good stuff. You don't have any inventory. You can't run out of it because it's you, right? You're talking to them on Skype, and maybe you're recording your conversations. That's what I do. And then I put it up on a site where they can go back and watch it. You don't have any shipping. You don't have to worry about that because you're just talking to them and you're just helping them out. So you don't have to worry about shipping anything to them. And you are building a list of buyers. And when you build this list of buyers and, you've coached them, if you come out with courses and all that, of course, you can sell those courses to them too. But you can also sell them other services you may have. So maybe you coach them on how to sell online, but maybe you also know how to build websites. You can build a website for them or find products for them or something along those lines. Disadvantages. You need to have a skill. Okay. So, to coach somebody at something, you got to be good at something, I always get a kick out of it. I go to the gym in the afternoon, and there's a guy that manages the gym that I go to, and he's severely overweight, and he's selling gym memberships. And I wonder about that. I don't know how he does that. but he's there and he's been there for a few years. He must be doing a good job. So, but I would suggest that if you're teaching people how to be in shape, you should be in shape. If you are teaching people how to, build websites, that you know how to build websites, that type of thing. Your time is limited. Now, here's the problem with coaching. Everybody starts to get into coaching. They're like, man, if I could get somebody to pay me $100 an hour, that'd be awesome. And then they get enough clients and they realize their income is capped. And the only way to increase that income is to increase what you charge. I did that, and my charge just kept getting higher and higher and higher and higher. So, you got to be kind of careful about that, because then it can get to a ridiculous stage after a while, which you're charging. It can be thousands of dollars an hour, which you say, oh no, that'd be great. It would be, but then you got to say, well, is the value really there for the customer? Is it best for the customer? You got to look at that. You need to design some type of process. Don't think that you're going to be an online coach and just get on there and they're going to ask you questions and you're going to answer them, because they won't. And here's why they won't. They don't know what to ask because they don't know what they're doing. Okay. So if you're going to coach people, you need to design a process that somebody should go through. So, if I'm coaching somebody on how to sell products online, I'm going to, sit them down and I'm going to get all of their assets together. I'm going to say, hey, you need to have a site that you can, put your sales pages on, that you can build funnels on, that you can put your videos on. Then we need to go out and find products that are popular. And then once we find the popular products, we need to run ads to them on Facebook. And once we run ads to them, we need to have a funnel behind it to sell them other products. So you need to have this process, excuse me, written out so that they can follow it, and, maybe handouts, maybe do videos with them, give them something of value, and they must get results. Okay. So, if you tell them to do all these things and nothing works, if they can't find products and they, run ads and nothing happens, then you're not doing them any good. So you must get results. So that's the disadvantage. You got to do all those things. All right. So let's look at them once more. Top 4 ways to make money online. Number 1, affiliate marketing, selling other people's stuff. Number 2, drop shipping. Once again, selling other people's stuff, but it's your brand. You're building a list. Number 3, online courses. Sell some of your knowledge. You can sell it over and over again. You can have memberships. Pretty cool thing. And the last on there is online coaching, where you're actually helping people one-on-one or in a group setting. So where do you build your email automations? Once again, I'm going to tell you the number 1 place to do it is Kartra. I've said this over and over again. I don't push too many softwares. I am an affiliate for Kartra, full disclosure, but I'm telling you, it's probably the best piece of software you'll ever get. And it'll do so much for you, and it'll make you so much money if you use it. You just go to bit.ly/Kartra-JR. So if you do that, you're going to really be happy. And there's a video there. You don't have to opt in. You don't have to give a credit card or anything like that. But if you do decide to do it and you go to that link that I've given you right there, you can join up for $1, which is pretty cheap, right? $1. Okay. So people are asking, the few people that I do have that are invited here, are asking about the inner circle. What do you get? You are going to get access to my current courses. You're going to get access to my private Facebook group. You're going to get bi-weekly coaching calls, which I've actually done them weekly now. But I say bi-weekly. That way I over deliver and under promise. Yearly or more masterminds in San Diego. We all get together and have a mastermind. You're going to have cool relationships with cool people, right? Other inner circle members. And of course, you have networking, and networking is really, really super important, guys, because you learn a lot from other people who are around you, and you get insight into the high-level masterminds. Like I said, I'm going to Cancun soon. I just got back from a cruise to 5 countries, I think it was, and it was a mastermind. Went to another mastermind in Texas before that. And what I do is I bring back this information to you guys, and I show examples of other people of what they're doing, and you get free access to it. You don't have to pay $20,000, $30,000 a year to be a member, which is cool. Now, how do you use the inner circle? Inner circle is really super simple. You're going to have a bunch of courses in there. One of them is Webcash Academy, which is my training where I train businesses one-on-one. You'll get to see those live trainings and on-screen training. You also get access to Ecom Road, which shows you how to build out a Shopify store using AliExpress. It gives you step-by-step on how to do that. You're going to get access to that course. In addition to that, you're going to get the email earning systems. If you don't know how to write emails and do emails and set up emails, the email earning system will help you with all of that, and you're going to get that free also. In addition to that, you're going to get Facebook Ads University, which will teach you how to do Facebook ads and deal with Facebook. And sometimes they are really difficult to deal with. I know I'm dealing with them this morning over some errors, but we'll show you how to, navigate through all that and how to get your ads up on Facebook. So there, yay, right? What a community, a lot of fun. If you're not a member of the Inner Circle, which I know 99% of you people are on this call today, feel free to go to jrinnercircle.com/enroll, watch the free video there, and you can learn how you can learn more about this stuff. If you thought this was useful, well, hey, you'll want to go there, okay? So because when you join the Inner Circle, you can submit stuff to me. You can submit your ads, landing, sales pages, websites, products that you're thinking about, pricing, funnels, emails, subject lines, headlines, ideas, frustrations. You will have those. But you can submit all those to me and your failures and successes. So you can submit all this stuff to me and I'll actually help you out with it. And matter of fact, on a lot of these calls, we will cover a lot of these things. When you go there to fill out the form to submit this, and of course, you got to be a member, but when you get there, this is the form you'll fill out. You add all your stuff in there. You can upload files right here so I can see them. And we'll actually analyze that stuff for you and help you out, which is pretty cool. Once again, the best software for running your online business has got to be Kartra. You can get a $1 trial at bit.ly/Kartra-uppercase JR. And now we're down, excuse me, to the question section, Jessica. So guys, please post your questions. I don't have time for a whole lot, but I mean, this is free and I charge like thousands of dollars for consulting. So why not get some free questions in? And just put your questions off to the side there. If you're an Inner Circle member, we appreciate you being here and you can put some stuff off to the side there. Of course, you know, you can actually submit stuff physically too. Jessica, do you have some questions over there for me?
Let's see. Alina was asking, as affiliate marketers, what would you have advised us to sell on the internet to California residents?
You know, that's a good question. Alina's asking what to sell if you're an affiliate marketer. And I wouldn't really I wouldn't try to categorize it that way. I would go to ClickBank, go into their marketplace and sort a niche that you like, and you'll sort off to the left-hand side and look for ones that have a high gravity. What a gravity rating means, and you'll see like a gravity rating of 20 or 50 or 100 or 200, whatever. That means that it is that number of affiliates a day that are selling that product. Now, that doesn't mean that, let's say the gravity is 100, that they sold 100 products that day. What it means is 100 affiliates sold that product that day. So one affiliate could have sold 50 of those. See what I'm saying? Another affiliate could have sold 25 of them. So that just represents how many affiliates a day are selling that product. And that gravity rating will help you determine which product to sell. That's a great question, though. And you know, the tools are there because, you know, they sold millions of dollars worth of products. They know what sells. So instead of you trying to figure it out, they already know.
Let's see. Ray is asking, what's the most passive way to make income online?
Ray is asking the most passive way to make money online. And I would tell you, don't go into it trying to be passive. Number one, don't do that. And I understand everybody wants to get money and not have to do anything. But if you're going to sell online, don't think of it as passive. Think of it as a lot of hard work. And on down the road, then it can be a little bit more passive. Now, you know, I built up Survivalcave Food for years, and we're actually slower when we have a Republican in office than a Democrat in office. But the thing is, with Survivalcave Food, excuse me, it's a little bit passive for me now because we have a warehouse that ships out all the products and, you know, does all the manufacturing and all that. And we just kind of take in sales at this point. We built up a book of people. But in the beginning, it wasn't like that. It was us, you know, getting in a car and going to shows and physically selling the product to customers. And so you know, I guess if I had to pick passive, I would say affiliate marketing, because all you're doing is driving traffic to an offer. But don't think of online sales as something easy in the beginning, because it's not. You're going to have to work. It's hard work. And don't forget, post your questions in there. I got time for a couple more questions. Jessica?
Katie is asking about starting a blog. She said she's interested in starting a blog and she wants to know how to monetize that.
Katie wants to start a blog and wants to monetize it. I would not suggest you doing that, Katie, if you want to make money soon. A blog is a fine thing to do, and a lot of people do make money in blogs, but it's a long, drawn-out, tedious way to make money. And some people are terribly successful at it, don't get me wrong, but it's not something you're going to see any money anytime soon. You know, when you're doing a blog, you're going to maybe be blogging and reviewing products and having affiliate links in there, or, you know, trying to get them to your page and then, you know, sell them courses or something. You still got to sell them something. A blog itself doesn't make any money whatsoever. So, you know, be careful on that. Just be super careful. Understand that you got to sell them other products to make any money.
Next question.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
David is asking about Amazon fulfillment services. He says he's looking at buying some products and sending them to Amazon for fulfillment.
Wow. David, I tell you, I'm not a fan of FBA, and I'm not a fan of it because, number one, it's going to cost you a lot of money. And number two, you don't know if the products are going to sell. Number three, if it does really, really well and it takes off, Amazon will knock off your idea and do it themselves and undercut you. So I'm not a fan of FBA. I know people do it, and I know people make some money at it. The majority of the people do not. I'm not a fan of it, I have to tell you. And I got time for one more question here. Somebody's asking, how much can you make in a day doing affiliate marketing? Once again, it is really dependent on your efforts, how much time you put into this, how hard you work. Some people will make nothing because they put very little time into it. I went to a coffee shop this morning. I know the guy that's the general manager there. The screen went away. Let me see here what's going on here. We lost our screen. Guys, we're having a lot of technical problems today. I don't know why that's happening. Can you see it now, Jessica?
No, it's got a black screen.
Okay, I see it on mine. Guys, can you post in there once again if you can see the screen? Jessica is re-logging in. So we had a little glitch there for a second. Thomas says, I went away for a while.
All right, yeah.
Bob says he sees 3 dogs. That's a good thing.
Yep.
Roderick sees it. Awesome. Let me get back to it real quick, guys. So anyhow, I was talking about affiliate marketing and putting forth the effort into it. That is just so important, guys. It's like, I think the biggest problem with people not making money online is that the number one problem is they don't get the training. They don't get the training. They just go out there, they hear a few things, they talk to a few people, they don't get guidance from people who have done it. Guys, I'm not pushing the inner circle, but if you're not in it, that is a great place to start. It's jrfisherinnercircle.com/enroll. You'll see a video there. I'll tell you all about it. You guys who are already members that are on this call, you know it. You'll have access to all these courses. You'll have access to, drop shipping courses and website courses and advertising and all these things. And you really can't get it, any other place. I mean, those courses are worth $46,382. And, for a small, monthly subscription, you get access to all that, plus support, plus extra training. So, and obviously I'm going to sell my courses because I think they're good. But the thing is, to learn all this on your own, you're either going to have to, buy something from me or somebody else. And if you have somebody else you trust, that's fine. Or you're going to have to go out there and spend money and figure all this stuff out. So you're going to spend money. You cannot make money online without either learning how to do it from somebody else or spending a ton of your money trying to make mistakes and, figure it out that way. It's just one way or the other. It's just the way it is. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close down today. I appreciate you guys showing up. I hope this is very helpful to you. Feel free to message me in the group. Send me, if you're an Inner Circle member, go ahead and send me your pages, your ads, all that stuff. We'll review them on one of these calls. We'll be happy to do that for you. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. We're going to have lunch today. And Jessica, would you like to say goodbye to everybody?
Yeah, everybody have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Yep. And if you're in the U.S. and you've got your holiday going on, take a day and do some work instead. Don't party all weekend. Cut out 5 or 6 beers and go ahead and do a little bit of work. Just my suggestion. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for showing up. Really appreciate you being here and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.